series. I could see this one being taken away by Twisted Minds. They played it very well the other day. Enterprise haven't found a win on it in the last 6 months, which surely means we get a map 3.
It really is feeling that way when you look at the recent history for Enterprise. They're 0-2 here. They did lose to G2 just a few days ago on Clubhouse. It was Weibo back in December that got the win against them as well. So not the best history for Enterprise on Clubhouse. But that being said, Mike comes in there, we feel like we've won the map ban. We're going to take this 2-0. And you look at it and think, if they've predicted this pick coming in...
A few hours of prep time, you've then got to sleep, wake up, play them. It's just not enough time. Over towards the other side of the map. They don't feel confident in being able to get it done. Tuhan elsewhere goes down. There's a player about to swing in. A flash comes on through. Surely he falls down here. Guards dropping that shield. Finds a
opens. A minute left on the clock. Enterprise are in big trouble because Twisted Minds have got everything they need to go a little bit more aggressively, looking for that space for a plant, but he hasn't seen it through. Tricks does manage to take down Brendo though. 5 versus 2. Just playing for kills at this point. 15 player that's left. Cairo on the bandit doesn't know that there's one just around the corner. There's the peak. Jalad managed to take it out. I was a little bit concerned. Is completely in the hands of Twisted Minds, so they will start on that process of opening up the hatches. They'll have a look inside the site. They'll be a little bit more drawn into hatch.
We've got Jalad over there. We've got the Capitao down inside of Oil. They are ready to side. The Denaris are covering multiple hatches. Really good setup they've got going on. But Bappen, the Denari himself, first of all. As the utility starts coming on through, you've seen all the Grim Bees go down, 2 kills go their way. At least one comes back in the form of the C4, but Jalad with a wonderful swing finds Tuhan, tricks into another. Yeah, got Molotov to the back of it, but no, P9 with the close. Here in round 3. That's certainly a good way to start it out, Tim.
Oil pick could play a spoiler. I think they know exactly where he is. Got a beautiful view we get of it as well. In comes the nade, fancy Demos, and that nade to get the job done.
Available for Enterprise. We heard Max call. Play behind utility. What utility? P9 getting the trade.
So far in the tournament, are they able to find another? No! Guards just about gets the job done on the Monty.
To this point. A site like this, Tim, when you've got a lot to destroy downstairs, we're seeing the castle, we're seeing the keepers, we're seeing, of course, the Goyo. Why not? Under a lot of pressure here as 3 players all come together to try and get rid of Bappen. Shot now asking questions inside the site, and Jigsaw handily dispatches the guards.
Twisted Minds back in, but you just know it's not very likely at this point. Jalad will finish that kill off, cut down the last, and that's going to be Twisted Minds 4-0.
Player swings on you at the same time. He's got to be really careful
at the top of garage stairs, so this is becoming a real pain point for them, but we can't clear that position. Okay, we'll make the position irrelevant. Jigsaw manages to find guards though. The fight continues around construction and cash. Those are the areas they need to get a hold of, but Bappen gets caught out just slightly too slow on the keeper barricade. Jalad walks in and has himself a field day. Super quick work again from Twisted Minds, and this was always the problem that I saw with what Mag said. You know, let's play down to bunkering up. Let's
use as a gadget prior, but here we are now with Brendo. Trying to deny information away from the other side, and I guess it's somewhat working. Upstairs on Cash and CC. Can they hold on? They get rid of Jalad, the demon in the server right now.
Huge impact, surely they know. As the peak comes around the corner, he takes damage. This has to be the round for Enterprise. They need to close this out. Brendo, else, no Selmas, no flashes. There is nothing for him to go on other than gun skill alone for this one, Des.
Yeah, I think a 1v4 might be a bit much even for him. He's had some wonderful rounds throughout the competition, but I think he might be asking just a little bit too much. I think it's really quite important here that we see 1 round going the side of Enterprise too. You go into that second half 6-0, you know you've got to be right in every single round. You can make no...
We're resetting. We're taking it round by round, okay? Scoreboard does not fucking matter, yes?
Yep. Yeah, did.
Guys, we're just going to do the stuff that Cairo's written up, okay? Direct's right, Cairo?
No, it's not written up. It's just like fucking our old shit.
Okay, so we're gonna do the stuff that we used to do. Okay, yeah. Let's just be careful of the rat corners. Okay.
In the blue thing, you know. Guys, they usually just do.
Al Trix'i doing at the side. Garage into shove. Cast, don't worry about the drones, don't worry about the drones.
Okay. They only go for default things. In the gym, tricks it.
Improvements on what happened the other day. Famous before though, he did this to them back in the first half, and nade in the corner will force him to move. They'll have to bounce, but no! Steps up before they can even throw the nade, Tim. Another keeper goes down. Recover once again, a run out from Jalab for the support. This is wonderful from Twisted Mind.
Yeah, it really is. They're working together like absolute clockwork here.
Oh my
John
God.
manages to get another. Getting one in there is unlikely. Getting two, unforgivable from Enterprise. In complete contrast to the start of the round and just giving them absolutely nothing now. Playing in that safe space. Nitro goes out, going to be shot out of the sky. Always nice to see, but here comes the aggression.
Again.
Make it 3 for Shop. He knows there's another bottom stairs, and he's going for this one. It's going to be Trix who manages to pick him up, though. Twisted Mind 6-1, and Enterprise serious.
They'll have to punish him at some point for sure. Here, they'll start breaking open this extended hole. Big guy if they're not careful.
Yeah, more than likely.
Well,
That's exactly where he's moving now. They are aware, though. Can they win the fight? Yes. Enterprise.
Step up from the Zofia. Baffin should be able to get the pre-fire onto him here, but no. Dangerously once again, Jalad just about keeping himself up. And Suhan gets him from the breach. Tim, just like Enterprise, it's now failed. And Trix is in for a world of hurt. Suhan steps around and finds the kill to close it out.
At least it was relatively quick.
Charges, all of them available at the very start of the round. And they've also found a Shom ratting away. What a surprise there, Tim.
The problem that they've got for dealing with guards for the bandit trick is they've nothing to really deal with it. 5 versus 4.
I was going to say, Bappen really needs to survive. He survived the first attempt on his life, but not the second. That Rara would have been big for them. That's now gone too, so we're seeing all these tools slowly whittling away. Still the smokes available.
P9's the big problem for him here. He's got catwalk still, so as soon as they try to push in through this window, P9 is going to be in position to deal with Tuhan inside a site, but Enterprise are actually getting aggressive really well, but there he is.
Up towards his right-hand side. Now he's got the idea, but I think he's going to be out of time, Tim. They're swinging towards him. P9 full of confidence, nearly getting away with it, but not quite. And now Trix disappears into the map. Hovering around below, this will be enough for him to step up here. Jigsaw might have enough time, but no. Yes, comes off, looks for it, but no. Trix hits what he needs. That's going to be a 7-1 dominant victory to Twisted Minds.
So close to Jigsaw at the end.